It takes it a little while to get it together here. While to get it together here.
Bridget does not come in. So we will go ahead, since we have everyone here and have form, we will begin. Can I have,
We should accept the minutes.
we will go past that. Steve's coming. All right, Dustin, anything update for baseball?
I did get the field looking pretty good,
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I still got a little bit of work to do. Should have bases in this week. Got them ready. I just got to install them. Gotta keep working a little bit. It's looking good. And then pretty much, I mean, we're going to have a scrimmage October 5th there.
At Grant?
No, at Kelly.
At Kelly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to get it all if it's ready.
What date is that, a Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Is that someone else talking? We have someone.
It's, I don't know why it does that, and I even turned it down
Is that going?
from last time.
But
It was really bad before.
Sunday at 4 o'clock. We will be set time for.
That's a scrimmage, you said?
Yeah, the scrimmage team. A lot of the rules has changed in you, so we're just trying to learn.
Okay,
The kids learn.
now, everything I do want to ask is everything cleaned up from season, or were you just carrying all that yourself anyways? I
Yeah.
mean, is it put away?
Yeah.
There's nothing in the, okay.
I had somebody go there and
Yeah, and she
And
had
clean
somebody
stuff.
clean stuff out, and I had to clean it out
Okay.
yesterday.
Okay.
too, so.
yeah, well, it was just me, so I just figured it's
Yeah.
better than it was.
Actually, we organized. Let's do it. Pretty much all day.
I saw you out.
All day. Kind of organized in the back.
At Grant and Kelly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I haven't done a lot on the organization of Grant in the back yet.
So we talked last time about figuring out how to lock off
Yeah.
that.
That-
I did not follow up on that.
On the walk path. Or lock off.
Lock off your act. Anybody who gets in the concession part wouldn't be able to get back into the area where the baseball.
Oh, at
There's
Kelly
Kelly
Park,
concessions.
there is a lock on that door.
But isn't it the opposite?
You can only go, okay. If you go through the garage, they can't go through the concession. You want to go out. But if they're in the concession, you can go to the garage.
Which is not what we
Yeah,
want.
you want to.
So would it be just, I mean, we could just put on like a hasp lock with a
Yeah,
master lock. Obviously, if somebody wants to get in there, they're gonna get in there
yeah.
with a crowbar. But
Yeah.
normally if someone's in the concession stand, they're not gonna,
There's no reason.
there's no reason for them to get in there.
No, not to be doing that. But really, we're out there quite a bit. I. Really. A lot of people use everything.
Out of Kelly there?
Well, everything. I mean, there's always people pickleball and there's some people who don't love it.
Yeah.
You notice a lot of people use everything.
No, that's good. That's good.
That's
I always-
good to know.
Don't stay busy.
Yeah, I get concerned because since we don't, it used to be really busy with baseball. There was nobody
Yeah.
Out there, so we don't know how much it's getting used. I know the rentals gets used a lot. for-
Yeah.
For family meetings and stuff.
But yeah, both parts, it does stay pretty busy.
So probably what we'll do is I'll have them do that hasp lock and then we'll put a master lock on it that's is the town master lock, which.
Yeah.
But that way, the guys need to get in there, it's, they have,
And also at Grant, the bathroom.
good, I was gonna ask you that because I
Yeah, it is.
Is it the one on that side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one towards the
I
road.
put a note for all the police, because I didn't know if maybe by chance the police were closing it and locking it,
They checked it.
on the grounds.
Uh,
If they were closing it, locking it,
Yeah, I
at
don't
the
know.
rounds, I don't know why. But then, who was it? Scott said that the way those, and I don't know, if it's those locks, but the locks there. If you lock the door when you're in, and then you go to leave,
yeah, you can.
if you don't
Push the
like, make
handle.
sure you've unlocked it, cause you can, all you have to do is push the button in and it's locked, but it has that little like ridge thing. So if they're turning that and they're locking it, and then when it will let them out, but then once that thing's turned, it's locking. So
That could be what.
I was thinking, I thought we put a note in there. You would have noticed it.
Yeah.
We put a
there
note
is
that
an
said,
issue.
just
There is. an
push the button, don't turn it. Hoping that'll work, because I think Scott thought that's what was happening.
Probably.
Yeah,
That they
that could be
didn't
it.
realize that they didn't need to do the extra turn.
Well, yeah, other than that,
Okay.
I took a little bit of time off and all that.
You're allowed to take time.
Yeah.
Since you're volunteering,
Yeah,
I'm not keeping track of your hours.
That's
yeah.
All right, discuss contract extension with Brightspeed for telephone. No contract information on document. We put in the contract.
Okay, so here's the deal. I had to go back and research this whole thing from
A long time ago.
19, what was the date? It's 1985. So that's how long this thing has been being pushed forward. And okay, 1985 terminates in 1990. So then I kind of, it was every 5 years. So the last lease that I could find was,
It had to been, it's been in the last, what, 6 or 7 years? Because I remember talking about it.
well, Lumen had sent me a thing in 2021
Yeah.
that said they were taking the lease over. So that's who I ended up calling, because I couldn't find an original, but I found a 2005 and a 2016. So if you go from the 2016, it had in there where it can do two renewals. So you've got the 5 year period from 2016 and then 2 successive periods of 5 years. I think this will be the second 5 year. So this is the last renewal.
Okay.
The way I read it. And I had Bill read it too. So if we had 16
So they would have to.
and
renew the
5
contract.
is 21 and 5 more is 26. So that's what so then 31
They
would
would have to
be,
have a new.
yes, would have to be a new one. So, he said we can go ahead and do the renewal if we want to, or we can wait and see if they send something to us, because this is what they sent me. There's no address, no phone number, and no email for me to contact them.
No.
And they have the address of the property incorrect. They don't know any. So I personally think
Wait.
that we should wait until they contact us with something else, and then I can say, really? But like Bill said, we have to allow them to renew because it's in the contract.
Yeah.
Now, I said to him, I said, well, if it's,
The price is never.
see, here's the thing,
Since
if
1980.
it would have, no, it has been up since 1980, because in 1980, the price was, I remember it being like 1,200 at one time. this even.
Around 2,000,
We're at 3,500.
35.
I don't know what the price was on this one originally, but I do remember it. So in 2016, it's 3,500, which is when's the last time I think we upped it? Because it was 24 in 2005. And so before that, probably it was 1,200. That's my guess. So we just need to be cognizant of that when we renew, that it's gonna be 5, 10, 15 years, or you get a
Wait a
new,
minute, are we
Amount.
already in? So 2016, you said would have been the first 5 years, though, right? And they only get a second.
no, it's that and then 2 successive renewals. So it's 15 years
From 2006,
from 2016.
from 2016,
So it'll be
31.
31.
31 before you can,
Okay,
and I don't know that I'll be here. But, I mean, it should at least have like an increasing price or, you know, over so many years.
It should have a- should have some-
Maybe you should do a jump to like 15, 20 grand and,
Well, the price doesn't change until they ever renew it.
we can't have.
well, not on a renewal. It's when the contract is up. So the contract won't be up till 2031. So they'll start contacting you probably in 2030.
But here's what I don't understand is why can't, due to increase of just like their bills going up, the cost of living or whatever.
Well, because that's not what the contract says. So it says it allows extended terms and, well, it does allow for early termination, but that just means we terminate it. Tenant may terminate. We can't.
They,
Lease renewal upon the expiration of the extended term, tenant may, at its option, renew the lease for 2 successive periods of 5 years. Such renewal is given notice of its intent to renew at least 90 days prior, which they are.
They can't, yeah, they keep 35 bucks. I know, they're like, oh, this is great.
Why would they not? I mean,
But I'm telling you, they really fight you, but you were involved in the last one, weren't you? It was,
yeah, I don't even know how long they've been. It's ran into someone.
I think it, yeah, I don't think it is. So this, see,
I would
this
think
this
it's
one
17
even
years.
says that the lease agreement starting in 1985. 85 to 90 to 95, 2000. They got an extra 5 years on this one here. So if we go from, see what they did is if you didn't sign in. They're tricky. So January 1st of 2016, and this one had Second Amendment to ground lease dated had 2015. So since we delayed signing it, they took an extra year in there. Because it should have been on a 5 or a 0, and now it's on a 1.
Yeah.
So if it was
We have 6.
85 to 90 to 95 to 2000. And then we renewed it in 2005. And it should have renewed.
And
This year, should
Yeah,
negative argument.
absolutely. So,
have.
correct.
They're getting,
Oh, the only thing that, because Daryl had been present before that he brought up, and he said, you know, you're really missing out though, because they should have. I mean, when you have a company that large, they're basically giving you a quarter in their company, right?
they really not. Yeah.
So what they could be giving you could be benefiting toward the parks,
right.
especially if we're getting cut back
I mean, I say
from
we
federal
just
government.
ask for 25,000 next time. If you figure it's 3,500, if you put it on, say $1,000 a year, you'd be at 18,500.
Daryl said we should be at least 18. He says, I wouldn't even bat an eye.
But I'd ask them for 20 or 25, and then if they came to
I got by
18,
then, it should be 20.
Yeah.
Anyway, like 31,
Oh, yeah.
because if we figure in inflation,
Yeah,
and you figure in those 2 years they got extra by.
yeah, but that's.
And the other thing you gotta make sure is that it renews on the contract. It doesn't renew on when you sign it, it renews on the date of the contract expiration. That's where they're getting us.
1995.
yeah,
Money, it really is.
So I still think, I'm not gonna send this back, I'm just gonna wait and see if they contact us. Because I think this is crap that they did not put anything on there, so I could call them and ask questions for one thing. Because the last notice I knew, it was Lumen who owned it. So I get this stuff out and I'm like, wait a minute. Cause I even have right on here, telephone contract, I'm like, wait a minute. If Lumen owns it, why is Brightspeed sending me this thing? And if this company, if they would still own it, we might have had an opportunity to do a renew, not renew it, but tell them we want a new contract because the contract wasn't with them. But now they sold it back to Brightspeed, so it's back with Brightspeed again.
All right, well, let's see if you hear anything.
And they may, now if they sell it again, you may have to jump on.
Right. And say, hey, that's, you don't have a contract.
Because I think they've sold quite a bit recently, haven't
Well,
they? Brightspeed and Lumen.
this one, when did he tell me? Because I wrote that all down. I called, he told me that they. Right now, when they sold it back. 2023 is when it got sold back. So in 2021, they bought it, and in 2023, they sold it back. So.
Could we have independent, if we'd been aware, could we have jumped in then when they sold it?
Possibly,
Lumen,
Back to Brightside.
possibly, I don't know, I'd have to,
From
Bill
Lumen to
just kind of suggested that he'd want to look at the contract and see if.
Yeah.
If we could renegotiate at that point, because, that is not the actual contract. So before you move on, let me write down. To renew at the date
No contract.
of contract. Or no, do new contract. New contract will be. Contract expiration. Then what was the other thing I said? Yeah, I've forgotten already.
Well, that's what you said, to make sure it was the date of, when it's not this date you signed. It was date of contract.
Well, I'm not sure they need to go have 15-year contract.
No,
That seems pretty normal.
I would say
that's their advantage.
that's to their advantage. So,
We just had a 5-year contract.
that's what I would
And
say, fine.
if there's a renewal on it. we
correct, so if it renews at $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
Every year. So
have to-
reduce contract. Contract years or
Increase. Or
add in. Say, increase
percentage,
Could be percentage or just.
or just a flat fee, yeah.
Yeah.
or flat.
Yeah.
For every year. For every year we go. Every year. Okay. And then I'm gonna make notes on this contract and I'll probably, I try to keep a this is just in case something would happen to me. I try to keep in the front here, stuff that we have like contracts on.
Wait,
Um,
okay, are you like planning something?
No,
You're
no,
just like,
Oh, yeah, Rich-
have you seen
Rich
this?
retired now.
I know, like,
I
she,
know,
in
but I'm just
case
saying.
I'm not here, in case you need to know, well, no.
Down.
Okay, well, it's recorded in the.
30-31.
Okay.
Cause all the
Okay.
of the contract, and I'll put it in here and it will be in here, then you'll know where it's at.
Okay.
Failing. No,
Alright,
okay, but I'm gonna wait, like I said, until we hear from them, because I think they should have to at least talk to us a little bit.
I do, I agree. I agree. Alright, when do we wanna close the parks? I was just thinking about that. So,
Well, I think it's gonna be after,
Yeah, I was gonna
This
ask
thing.
if it's something October. We're probably gonna we can practice for a while.
Yeah.
That's fine. 'Cause we're gonna, our last.
well, we don't
tournament
have to,
is-
we can leave it on, cause we have, pretty much.
Our
determined-
last, we're done, completely done, last tournaments. We're doing 2 tournaments in the fall and then back-to-back weekends in 26th October in Indy and one in Kendallville in November, right, snow. man. But,
no kidding.
Yeah.
but they're cheap, so we're doing.
So when are you, so when do you foresee,
Probably. Probably, let me look at my calendar.
Typically, don't.
no, but there's a lot of times we close mid-October, like around
That
that
would be-
mid-October.
But you know, there has been years
We went
that
here.
Apple Festival, it was
I
snowing,
would say, yes, that's what.
and that's your weekend of
You
your.
can shut the water off when it.
Whenever it gets cold. So let's,
Cause I don't want it, we can go, I got boys, they're fine.
Well, that's in the Porta John.
Yeah.
well, how about we look at the weekend of, if you're done the fifth, right?
That'd be our, well,
Scrimmage, no.
there's one more, shoot, the 11th, Saturday.
So I was just gonna say, the
Let's-
week of the 13th, could we do the week of the 13th,
Yes.
we close
Yep.
stuff? Unless we have dropping temperatures
Yeah.
before that.
Let's do that,
Okay,
and then I'm only gonna get one more practice in on that anyway, so that would be fine. Between that and the 26th.
Well, because if you look at the extended forecast here,
It's getting cold.
so, but the 29th of September, it's still saying 78 during the day and 51 at night.
so we're still good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a week away from the date you're talking
Yeah.
about. It's not gonna drop 20
No.
degrees.
Then the October 11th, we do have another swim there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
just
so-
seen it on the.
So if we go the week of, somewhere in that week of what, 12 to the
Let's do that.
network,
Yeah,
Okay.
and we'll probably have one.
And does that-
practice week.
does that count for the trail too?
It will,
Yeah.
if you wanted to. I mean, so
The trail's the only one I was wondering if we should go.
it's the one on October, it's on
11th.
October 11th, so it's on a Saturday.
That's
So
on
that
Saturday.
following week.
Yeah, we can do it that week, and then I'll probably just have one more practice.
Okay.
So, I-
Even though you have a tournament in November.
Yeah, but I won't be there. We can't practice. No, I mean, we'll only have one practice after the 11th,
Okay.
and then we have 2 weekends.
Oh, okay.
So. If we don't have it figured out by then, we ain't going to.
So,
I didn't know if you practiced in the week.
We do some too, but sometimes it gets hard. Everybody does football.
Well, yeah, they got other sports for it. We could just call it.
We've been doing Sundays and then we'll practice Tuesdays, but.
okay,
Get in the.
so we'll say the week of. Now,
Is it? Oh, I was 13. I'm sorry.
Yeah. it's
okay,
over.
then. So cleaning, so bathroom cleaning should go until then also, yes. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you can, they shouldn't be that dirty. You're only gonna have one restroom open anyway, aren't you? So you can just.
And
When
I-
you're cleaning it,
And I clean it. I usually dump
No,
on the
But
trash.
I'm saying all of them.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to do
all the way up until the
So-
11th, like the 11th, she would be, or whatever.
Yeah, I'll just get with Amanda and say, this is this is the week we're gonna close them. So even if the guys wouldn't get it closed until like, say Thursday, I'm gonna have them close, lock them on the 13th.
He's going to take it.
Oh, yeah, could you fix that? I don't know what's happening with it, but
Exactly.
Echo. You're gonna hear it twice. So,
Yeah, that would.
we'll lock it. And I'll let Tom, you have the week to get them closed up.
Thank you for doing that. Well, I don't mind.
So I can fix it next time.
So when you have the speakers on, it's got a lag. So what you're hearing is it's doing the live, but then it's projecting it through the speakers. So I just muted it.
Just muted speakers.
Just needed speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to figure that out.
That's
Kind
good.
of like your phone.
Yeah, you gotta mute stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so I will say that now. I will tell you right now, unless we get a bunch of rain, mowing didn't happen last week, it's not happening this week. So unless we get a bunch of rain, he knows he's pretty much done. He is going to do one more end of season, probably in October, just like try to get some of the leaves and stuff, chop some of the leaves and stuff. So unless we get rain, I talked to him and he said, hold off until, he said, I'll do one more mowing of all of them before the end of the season.
Because he knows from me,
Yeah, well, I mean, if it gets raining, then he'll go back on schedule, but right now they're deader than dead, so I feel like you
Yeah,
have to
it's-
just,
and there isn't, I haven't noticed any buckhorn, that must be a seasonal thing.
Have you went down along, or you walk all the time, it's down along the sidewalk there?
I don't go past Lakeside. I don't go past this.
Oh, you don't go that way anymore?
No, I go down Lakeside Park, but I don't walk along.
Oh,
We just go around.
So
okay.
what do you wanna know about that? You wanna know?
No, Jason's doing that part, so
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if it's still needs to be done. I'm gonna just have him check, but yeah, I'm just gonna have him check, and he may do one more before the season. All right. All right, so is that all we know, complete and closing, that's all we need to know.
Yeah, so if you'll take care of Kelly concession,
Yeah, I'll take
bathroom,
care of it all.
I'll just have Amanda do the other ones. And close them all. They're due.
But we still keep going out with the phone. That one's been open also, yeah,
Yeah, that one in Gap,
Yeah.
well, Grant, we thought in Gap,
Yeah.
okay,
but we think we got the Grant part thing figured out.
figure that, okay. Pickleball tournament, thank yous to sponsors were sent out, thank you for that, I was just thinking about those. Cornhole tournament, 2026.
We're gonna go back to Joel.
Sure. Yeah,
So the Rome City Park Department post for the thing had 44 interactions. So we had likes, hearts, all that stuff, and 5 comments on this one. A lot of them really, really liked the wing. They really liked it.
It's good. Oh,
So the post reach for that particular thank you was 1.2 thousand. So that means 1.2 thousand people saw it, which is about 1,200 people saw the thank you.
that's your population from one city.
the whole town saw it.
Yeah, and then 49 engaged with it, so that means that either they left a like or shared it. I think we also had, if I remember correctly,
Well, probably half
3
the
shares.
shares were through us.
Yeah.
Most likely. So that post went really well. And we also have quite a audience now, because if I look, according to what we just had, we have 114 followers. When we started the beginning of the year with 0. So that's a pretty big accomplishment. And I think a lot of that also comes through posting it through the account posts through the page. That's really helped too.
I was gonna ask you, can we connect with like the bands that we have and the food trucks that we have? So that they're,
Yeah.
like, when they post, our stuff would come up? Like it would be, I don't know how to say it, I'm not saying this correctly.
No, I get you.
They would have to
So they would have to follow us
Okay,
in order for them to see our stuff. As a general rule for what we're wanting to do, we probably wouldn't follow many pages because then we'll, it doesn't look the same. We could if we wanted to. Like if you want to follow some of the food trucks to see where they're going and what they're doing through the page, it'll just say Town of Rome City or Rome City Parks Department. It's followed.
Or what we were doing this time is if we knew for sure who we were doing, then when we did the post, you tagged them as part of someone in your post. So then that automatically went to their audiences.
Yeah, I can tag them.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. That way we could kind of, because I know there's people that follow certain trucks and if they know they're gonna be close, they will come. Also with the bands.
Yeah,
And you can tag them. You could tag them.
I can.
You could tag the wingman and you could tag the.
One of the issues that we had though, and I will say this is it's a logistics issue. And that is on the last one that I did for Wingman, I posted in Town of Rome City about the food trucks with the update.
Mhm.
The problem was Town of Rome City is not a open public group, which is what you want. Well, people were commenting for other people to come and like the other food trucks, but they couldn't get in because it was private group. So that
But
begs
the
the
public,
question.
but your parks department isn't, so if you were posting it on there.
Correct.
Then
But-
they just have to know that.
but-
We have more of a following.
Yeah.
So the difficulty becomes of we posted it in Town of Rome City because you wanted it posted to the broad audience of Town of Rome City. But that audience was the one who was trying to get people from outside of the group to see the post.
But the people they were asking, I don't remember anybody, I mean, the one was partying in the patio, he had already turned us down.
All I'm saying is in the future,
Yeah.
we have to keep that in mind when we're putting something out
For a
there for
public, because
input.
you can't do a public.
Correct.
Town of Rome City,
Correct.
because it's a private.
Or we would have to allow, which some of you would have to allow these people who are doing food trucks into the Town of Rome City. And I think some of them already are because I mean, Ed's fishing more.
Yeah, I think I've tagged them.
Yeah,
If
he's
I-
in the group, but that's just something to keep in mind. The other question I wanted to ask you guys for, or just basically present to see if it's something that you wanted to do is we do have the ability to put out polls on the Town of Rome City page. If you ever wanted to kind of like put something out there to get feedback from people who are following the Town of Rome City, that
Let's
is.
see.
Like, let's say you wanted to have an idea of, what would you like to see at the park, kind of a situation.
But with our fire.
Water park.
I can tell you, we want a water
I
park.
lost
Yeah.
It's one, so.
My wife calls me out every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
Public view.
Not unless they wanna have a water tower and pay for
I
water.
know.
Hey, we could have Rome City Water Tower.
Yeah.
That would be
That would
awesome.
be, you're right.
But it's on the map. Outside of that, is there anything else that we need to put on the page so that way I can get a heads up on building
I
that?
think the only thing that, I think we haven't, put in that this thank you response is from them, I think. We have done, but always just making aware that every event we do right after that we thank whoever came. Like whether it be pickleball players that thank you out, like you've done that, but I'm just saying for me, I'm just sitting here going. I think that thank you needs a return. So like even for food trucks and stuff, if we just say thank you to, street tacos and thank you to Ed's Fish and More for being a part of just something that helps them, but it also is just, and we're building a bridge toward them, but it's also just,
Give them a little bit.
it does, yeah. So I'm just saying, whatever we're, like, even with the wingman, thanks for which you did, but I'm just saying, if we somehow could, and I think that's what Lee's kind of asking too, is like the wingman, I know they have a Facebook page, we were going through, not off their Facebook page, were we?
So the difficulty, let me see if it works. The difficulty sometimes with tagging is if you don't have a specific name.
Yeah.
It's difficult to tag.
But we can always get that from the bands
Yeah.
themselves, they can tell us what they're, so that we can
So maybe
say,
that's something we ask for when we
Yeah.
book them.
yeah. It's just so that you have that,
They do have, so that is notes for next time
Yeah.
for me then, because then I could tag them.
yeah.
I just need to know their handle in that sense, that's what it's called.
And then too, if we have, the flyer made up. Because hopefully we'll figure out who's gonna be the bands by April.
Yeah.
So we could do a flyer that had, like you did this year.
Yeah.
With all three of them on there, and then like once a month or once every 2 weeks, you just push that out again.
Or the date's gonna be pretty similar.
Well, we do have to talk about a couple of
September
things, yeah.
one.
Well, I'm saying, okay, we can talk about those. Do you wanna talk about here, or do you wanna talk about it? Is it anything?
It's on.
Oh, it's the gap part.
Oh,
Okay.
one other quick question, is the Lakeside done? Is Lakeside?
It is the, so the playgrounds and the play structures and the teeter totter and they both have the, mulch around them. So they are done. And the whole thing is not done, because we're doing it in pieces, but
Okay.
Is the merry-go-round? Was there-
that was never taken out.
I just need to know when it's officially finished, so that way I can do
It
a
is
follow-up post.
It's
Well,
official
that
for
is
now.
officially
It's
done,
taken
that
around.
play structure that you were
Phase
Yeah.
one.
taking pictures of,
Phase one.
phase one is done.
Okay.
And then we'll work on getting the
Phase
ships
two.
put in the rest of it, and the benches in
Mhm.
at, by the pickleball court.
Okay.
So we put a bench on the west side, and if you look at it, and maybe somebody's gonna ask, it looks like it's not level. But the bench is level, the pickleball court is not level. The playground, the
Yeah.
asphalt was not completely level, so when the guys were trying to put it in, because before they put the concrete in, and they had the bench set, it was like, I mean, they sent me a picture and they're like, this is not right, not look right.
Do we make the bench on level?
So then they
Or
went,
you just keep
yeah, so
sliding
then they
off.
went, they put the level on it, they're like, it's only off just a hair, why does it look so bad?
Yeah, but it's the asphalt is that way, so water.
Probably.
Yeah,
Quite a runoff.
Downhill.
New lazy river at Lakeside Park.
We got a hose from Fred's house.
there you go.
That would be good.
Yeah. We'll put it right down on the
So
side.
I can't find that picture, but here's they're done.
Nice.
Basically.
All right, I'll go grab some photos then.
Good. You turn that, I think you turn that one.
And then you can add timbers around it and.
No.
That's phase two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, we don't want to put timbers around it at all, because,
Phase two is all the
um,
mulch.
well, yeah, and then if we do those rot, they also get insects in them, the other ones warped.
Oh, the black.
plastic
ones
ones for-
Poly.
So we got rid of all those
Yeah.
poly things.
Poly. Doing
So-
concrete.
We kind of just did like what the school did, which was dig down and then put your stuff in and it's level with the ground.
Okay.
So that there isn't a trip hazard and they can mow around it better. So we'll see if it works out. It's gotta be better than what it was, because
The other thing I was gonna ask if you could do, because to me, for the end of the year, and we've never done this, but I think I wanna get it out there to let people know how much stinking work we do. Is it would be nice to have pictures from the year like that we've already taken, but also if you like that, when you say these are the accomplishments of 2025. Everything we did this year, which was a lot, like even like his work on the baseball fields, those things to me are essential. It's letting the town know that we are working and we are accomplishing things. And it's just keeping it visible. Because, there was people upset that the baseball program was gone. Well, we didn't have a choice about that. But Dustin's bringing it back. So the fact that there's movement and it's starting to, you see him working out in the field and where the field looks nice. And I just think I would like an annual picture thing montage of all the things we did. Pickleball tournament, the concerts, the food trucks and fireworks, everything we've done. So they see we are an active group. I don't know. I just feel like that just keeps it out there of how much we really are accomplishing. So for a little town
Oh, yeah.
with all that we
And
have,
I feel like this has helped with getting the public
Right.
eye to see that you're doing quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, highlight reel, got it.
all right, and the only thing I was gonna ask about Kelly was, do we have a date of when they're gonna try and do the tennis courts?
I looked and I know he sent me something. But I cannot find it in my emails at all.
Okay.
Let me look to see if I actually, I don't think it text, but maybe by chance I did text.
Was that something that's gonna work on this fall or? in the spring?
There was-
Okay, wait, here, this is what he says.
Yeah.
So August 29th, is, have you heard about any dates on the tennis court project yet? Sorry, this text got buried about 8 others last week. Todd can't get to it this year, or at least he can't guarantee it this year. The other 2 companies I reached out to earlier this year both have no availability. My thought was to either pave it this fall and have it ready for spring, or pave it first thing in the spring for it to be ready in May. So I think we need to pave it this
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then, so Todd, so here's the things. Palmer does the asphalt. Todd Bannon Smith does the lines and the court
Yeah.
nets. So if we pave it this fall, depending on when they do it, it's out of commission.
Yeah.
There's no
it is what.
lines, no nothing on it until spring. And I'm gonna ask him to get a guarantee from Todd
That it has to be done before May,
on the date that he's going to do it,
Yes.
because I'm not going through the whole summer
right?
with no lines on it.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that would have to be part of the negotiation and just say. What time are we gonna, so if we pay for the fall, which we wanna do. When can we be guaranteed? If she says, well, it'd be better to do both of us spring, we'll just do back to back. What's the guarantee both way? Either way, we need a guarantee.
Yeah, but are we gonna, if we don't pay till next year? are
No,
gonna
we
lose our
we can
money?
encumber the funds from this year to next year. You can do it for 1 year.
Which we haven't done.
But the problem is, are we gonna run into the same problem
I say. pay
next
it
year
this
that we did this year?
Yeah.
No, I say pave it.
If they can pay it,
Yeah.
I mean,
That
They-
much is done.
people can go down to,
We can take spray paint down and put it in.
no, Lakeside Park, they can go down to Lakeside, if they wanna play football.
Yeah.
They
I've been
probably
looking for
posted it
ones in
saying,
lines, maybe.
hey, yeah, I'll go get a roller. I mean, he could post, probably put on Facebook saying, all right,
You too, yeah.
you too,
Repaving and
Which word is that?
Kelly,
Kelly Park.
I thought it was
Tennis.
hard.
they're taking all that out.
What, Oh, yeah.
Are they putting new fencing up or just no, leaving that there?
We were gonna leave the fence, because that's expensive.
Yeah.
And we need to do interior fence. We're gonna have to do an X or a T interior fence between the tennis and then the 2 pickleballs. Otherwise, you're gonna have stuff going everywhere,
Yeah.
because they're gonna be, 2 back to back, and I did look to see if you could get 3, you can't long ways.
You can't,
You might be able to do it 2, and then look at it this way.
Yeah, but
but they don't
we
want,
can strike the tennis court.
No,
Pickleball also, can't we?
correct, so we'll have 3
We
courts.
can do
but you're not gonna go east-west, are you?
No, we're going north-south.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, if we were going east-west, you can
Yeah,
definitely
we
get
could.
3, which would be a total of 4, but I tried.
No,
So,
both ways. You
Sorry,
keep
can't
playing
say other
both
way,
ways,
Mom.
morning and.
Go ahead with the whole paving, but we need to guarantee that the courts will be ready by Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I
Ready
would even say May 1.
for,
I wouldn't even put front, I'd say May 1.
So, just to make sure I understand, the repaving posts you're talking about, is that for keeping off of the drive coming in? Or is that for the tennis courts?
tennis courts, just tennis
Just
courts.
tennis courts.
Yeah, we're not rebuilding.
Because the last meeting had discussed the fact that they were going to be repaving Kelly's drive because of overusing it or somebody.
no, they're not repaving it, they're gonna put stone from the end of our
Oh, okay.
thing out to the watershed, because they're gonna be tearing that up.
They're pretty much doing a
Okay.
new drive. They're working on it right now.
Okay, so
They're
the
out there. right now.
repaving is of the tennis courts.
Correct.
Okay, and you're just saying that if I can get that date, I'll put it out a little bit ahead of time, so that way people have a heads up, kind of like they do with construction, when it comes out, yeah. Then I can actually have that for when it is supposed to be.
And just tell them that they know. the pickleball-
Availability
yeah,
at Lakeside.
Okay,
I mean, I can get Aerofence to come out and give us a quote for new fencing. And we can encumber it to next year. And they can put the fence up next year, exterior fence and, cause they do have to get the paving machine in there, so they have to take out
We're gonna take out some-
part of that fence on one end to get in there.
We'll just have them give a quote and we'll decide if we can afford it down the team. I mean, I have a choice.
They get them all boundary runs. Yeah.
That's inside and out. Cause there might be enough money and left over from this year to do fencing for next year.
All right. Anything else at Kelly and anyone? That's not- Right on my brain. Okay.
One date, we can throw down, I guess, since we're still on Kelly, kind of back to the baseball, with October. I do have the spot for that.
For baseball,
Yeah.
Okay,
October
so-
17th, Green put us on the spot.
are you gonna take care of it, Candy?
That's what-
Because, I mean, the town could order it maybe through Amazon, but it might be better to get it at. That's what I'm saying.
Does that need to
We
be
got
on
Sam's
calendar,
spot.
public calendar for the park?
The trunk or treat?
Yeah.
No, this is for the baseball league.
Baseball.
It's true.
Cause he's on baseball too,
Okay.
and he just keeps us informed of what's going on with baseball.
Yeah, I did get this, she busy got the date, or us the spot there.
I remember, we can talk about it grant or we can talk about it now.
I mean, we could, the park could participate trunk or treat if we wanted to, they don't care, they just always be. But Paul does it, and if you guys do it,
She's actually really fun.
Okay, the only thing I wanted to bring up is
There are some workers too.
only because it was brought up last time, they just want to readdress it and see if we need to do something. Do we need to look at putting a bollard or something at the end of the walkway at Kelly again?
Yeah,
we can probably get stolen again.
even if it's.
If we make one up there and it gets stolen again, it'll be the third one that's been stolen, not from that location, but
Really,
from the other places.
People are
too that we
stealing
have.
bollards?
Yeah, because they're made of metal and then they take them in and they get them, cash them in for money.
really. What if we just put one of the parking lot pavers?
Yeah, but you may, but the town.
Then you
may
would be
want to-
blocking the road.
Yeah, that's true though.
With the boulders, at least they.
But you can
Put it down.
still go around though, through the water station, they can go.
That way.
Yes. Kills grass more.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know, I was just thinking of that because I know that we have an issue there and then we have an issue at Grand Park.
Yeah,
They think the council meeting's at 6:30, they're wrong, it's at 7:30.
Oh, tonight? Oh. we have-
And a special council.
Well, yeah, because our court can hear.
Okay, so, that's just something I was looking at because as I sent out to all of you, we had not the person that has been asking for an ADA compliance situation. It was a young family. Drove all the way out to the dog park and sat right in front of the dog park near the dogs. But they were not, there was no, I will say this.
Get there.
yeah, that's what
Well, because there is like a path where they're going.
there's more out path.
There is a worn out path.
Where are they coming from?
They went around the
Kelly
building.
Park? Well, they're driving over the sewer station, now,
Correct.
which is not good.
I know, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
There was a couple yesterday when I was out there, there was an older couple, that was actually handicapped, that pulled up straight And then she got out and walked
Well, so she pulled up the pavilion.
just to the
This
pavilion.
one wasn't. This was a younger family. They went all the way around and they had their car right in front of the entrance to the dog park and had the.
My deal though, even if, I know it's literally just 30 feet. Don't make that much of it. Pulling up to the pavilion or pulling up to, you know what I'm saying, to walk to the dog park. You're still gonna have to walk around.
Well,
I'm telling you, that car was there.
I-
Unless they came off of Canal, but I'm assuming they went, because there is,
No, they are.
they're coming around. There is a path again at Grant where people are
Well, then we
going up
put
there.
up. Then at the pavilion, they just big rocks there so that people can't.
Well, there is no parking lot buffer there.
No.
There should be nobody, because the town guys can go if
They
they
can go
need to. Yeah,
they
they
go
can
that
go
way.
around if they have to.
Yeah.
But there
So
should be
just put-
nobody coming off the parking lot. There should
So
be.
just
none.
put a paver back.
Yeah.
See, years ago, there was a paver.
Yeah, there was. There's nothing there now.
Put
But
it
I think
back.
the town guys would, because they wanted to be able to just drive up and get the trash, which I get, but now we've created a problem because we are having people drive nonstop.
Oh, the grass is all dead.
It is dead.
It's
But
about
I was
there.
shocked. That's why I sent that text to you guys, because I'm like, no, this was not, you can see if somebody
Mhm.
is struggling to walk. No, this was a very active family.
But the husband said, the one that.
Yeah.
He said in the car,
Yeah.
one, she got out and walked, so to me, it didn't make sense. It's 30 feet.
So we need to have the parking bumpers put back over there and block that off. So we will deal with the person and we will say we are working on, which we are, but we're not there yet.
Now, on the grant, are you guys wanting to put a path in or something?
We have to.
Eventually.
We have to do
Off
to
of
ADA.
Canal?
no,
Off part.
off the
Parking
parking
lot.
lot. We're gonna pad and then off the pavilion.
Run through the pavilion?
It can be asphalt, right? Can't do it.
It's gonna be asphalt, but there's so much grade and all that. So
Yeah.
be-
It does.
Well,
we're probably-
Now, does it have to go all the way through the pavilion?
Well,
We
we're
have
not,
to go through it because there's no other way around it.
Well, I know that, but I mean, even on the other side of the pavilion, you're gonna have asphalt all the way to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
well,
Well,
So
I
the
mean, I think
wonderful-
the path has to go all the way around the back.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna do that,
Mm.
which is case in point of the trail. People ride this way to go over that way, even though they're here to exercise. They cut off the going down through the public access and around the park because the closest point between two things is a straight line, right?
Yeah.
So, but we don't wanna get any more exercise than we need to get. So,
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought yesterday. I mean,
well, the dog wants exercise, the person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's why we have to have a bench. Don't we?
that's right. All right, grant parking ideas, which we already talked, install paved pathway. Adding fence, Amy sent in the fence stuff.
Yeah, pretty.
And then she sent us a picture of the dog statue. I would like to put in the vestibule, what is the
Heavy
vestibule?
entrance.
The entrance.
Now, I was thinking, because I was kind of looking at it yesterday. I was looking at it yesterday. Couldn't you do kind of where that fence comes out? Couldn't you just go straight there and put a gate in? Oh, I did a small dog park.
From this one?
Yeah,
Straight over.
Yeah, and I think that's what she's suggesting. You could
I was
You
looking
could
at
put a
that.
gate in here on this side, then bring this up, and I would say, how big does it need to be? Stop short of that tree there.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be public road there, but
No, it doesn't.
I was thinking stop short of that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
take it over.
Well,
to
I
that.
almost thought the other way. Why couldn't you just go equal to this distance and make it like, because they're just little dogs. Why
Yeah, but
couldn't you go
it's
straight?
not very wide though.
Yes.
Basically, they're gonna go.
Well, that's what they do anyway. The little ones.
The little
They
ones, I
just-
know.
They just.
They're just gonna be yapping at the big dogs.
That's right.
Yeah, and then, well, said that they put that barrier between them,
Yeah.
you know, the
Oh, yeah, I see what they
build
got.
the slats,
The
so the
black-
little dogs, the big dogs couldn't see each other.
Yep. That's a good idea.
So that was a good idea.
Yeah. different.
Yeah, when did the picnic film?
This
That's
is
That's not.
This is.
this is an example, this is Shipshawana.
Got it.
So this was the example that she was sending
Okay.
to show you what you could do to separate them off. And it looks like this poor dog has had a
See,
lot of
got me confused again,
urine on it
because this is all,
already. Poor devil.
we have baseball signups here, and then we have pictures on the back. I get so confused by you doing that.
Well, I'm saving the
I
world,
know you're saying it one piece of paper at a
one piece of
time.
paper at a time, correct?
All right. That's fine. This dog, so this dog is, where's this dog at?
Shipshawana.
Nasty.
That's
That's not like the
what's
fire hydrant.
gonna
I don't wanna
happen
go
with-
near that fire hydrant.
That's what's gonna happen with that poor statue that
Yeah.
you put in there, but okay.
See, I wouldn't put it in the dog park. I would put it in the front.
Well, that's what shows in the vestibule.
No,
Before they go.
I wouldn't even put
Right,
it
but
in there.
they'll.
No, I
It
wouldn't
doesn't
even,
matter.
but what? I would just set it as, at, like,
Once one
in
does,
front of
they
the
all
fence.
will.
as one of the fence.
What, well, if you put it inside, at least it makes it a little harder for somebody to get it. Cause it will get stuck.
Correct.
If they're taking
Okay.
those metal boulders, it's gonna walk.
Okay,
No.
oh yeah, so I wanted to ask, what's going on, what's going on with the bench at?
So they have it in,
With the shape?
no, they don't have it in yet. They have the concrete in and they had to let it cure for so long because it's such a heavy piece of. So it should go in this week.
Okay,
Yeah, concrete is in. Let's see.
all right, sycamore tree is dead, yeah. Alright. Oh, anything else in Grand Park? We don't- Okay. Lakeside. You can see if there's anything new.
When. How much did it cost to do the mulch road?
What did I sent that out? I don't remember what.
If you put it in.
the concrete was.
I know it was 12 grand.
No, it ended up being less than that.
I suppose. it might be easy to say that.
I think it's around 8,000.
Okay.
Hey, because I think we got 12. We got, this says 6 pallets was $4,000,
Okay.
and I should have had it. I guess I didn't make a copy of it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, here it
No,
is.
no problem.
Oh, it's $4,000.
We don't have any.
Pretty good.
closing figures, like gates.
For all that? That's pretty good.
$4,000 for all that mulch. We got 300 40-pound bags.
Nice.
Well, yeah, this is, this is not one of them. So,
This is playground where the mulch is, what you're saying.
Is this the rubber mulch?
Mm-hmm. And it was brown, we got the brown.
we have, uh,
I was good.
it's-
That's a good deal.
It used to be way more expensive than that. That's why we've never done it. And then I just happened to think, well, I'm gonna see what the price is now and
Nice.
came down quite a bit.
So depending on what we got left, you the guys can do it, run a merry-go-round. Do it, time.
That's the issue with it now. They were like, matching it.
We're gonna keep the wing too.
Yeah, and the one swing, I think it's the T-bar swing, Fred had said something to the guys, and there were some older kids over there, and he noticed that the bar on top was lifting up. So they were gonna get up there and look to see if it could be tightened down, if not, we might have to replace that.
Hmm.
But they were thinking that it was just a bit loosened up.
What if it was? What if it just sitting on there though?
Well, that's what they thought, so they,
Yeah.
but it was attached at one time, so they're gonna check it, but if not, quite a new one, but I think they can fix it.
I guess it did get it.
And then-
Short,
We're gonna
What
meet,
short?
that T-bar, seems to be a little short, I think, in comparison to what we have at Kelly.
Oh,
But
well,
I don't even, I'm not,
it might just be the difference of the type of equipment.
but even if they cut it out and put mulch down, that'll help. It'll let you get right.
are we needing to get net for next year?
I don't know, I think that that net's still hanging in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still there, yeah, I mean, when they come play basketball, they do move it out of the way, because they see it off to the side.
So nobody's stolen it yet,
No.
so that's positive.
All right,
Yeah,
So I say as long as it's
anybody's car.
still going, we might as well stick with it.
The balls are gone, but the net's still there.
I didn't know there was ever any balls with it.
Yeah, there's a little holder, a mesh holder that there were balls in it at one point.
all right,
Experiment does a nice job of cutting the bushes too.
I know.
Can't believe it.
I know.
Well, we don't mess with them because they're kind of hers
Right,
and she's particular, so.
But she does a nice job keeping them.
But if, she wants us to do it in the future,
maybe some of your work.
but she likes to be active and do that stuff.
Holy smokes, I mean,
So
she mows and,
You know,
She does a lot.
yeah, she does.
she cleaned up all that tree that they cut down
Yeah.
and they were supposed to cut it down into smaller
I think
pieces.
she's been sure.
And now,
Well, I think he's on.
yes.
Yes.
All right, yeah, card.
look at all that paint fumes.
That's not good, yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's supposed to have about that.
Just cause,
Hey,
I know, we're recording.
I think. All right, discuss concert sometime, you plan around the Buffalo Fest and Sylvan Cellars, always Friday after. Okay, my personal opinion, after 2 years of trying, and I could be wrong, I don't know that I think we should do a September.
Well, I would have been there, but I'm always waiting on it.
We ended up with a great night, I'm not saying that, it's just, I think once we get past Labor Day, it seems like everyone just gets super, super busy with school stuff or just life or doing stuff at home and I don't know, we didn't have a good turnout last year, that was the one. We ended up having to give some money to the food trucks. And now this year, we didn't have any food trucks and the crowd, I mean, we had a decent crowd, more than I thought would show up, so it wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but it wasn't, I was thinking it was gonna
I
be the
mean,
Parkwood.
It was like 4 of us.
I mean, because I was like, if you wanted to, you could put one in July.
We don't do one in July, right?
We don't,
That was.
because, well, we were trying to keep it like the first Friday, so, but. Excuse me, we run into the work that weekend, so we don't do it.
Right,
So if you wanted to go to like the second,
the second, that for that month, you could. I mean, that's just a thought, I think you're gonna have,
because they've moved the poker run too, and it's moved to August now.
Yeah,
So
So we
could
could look at
potentially
that.
do the second.
like the tenth,
And
we.
I think you would probably have a better turn.
I do too. And I just think September, everyone's already shifted past stuff with Labor Day, I think Labor,
June.
July, August. That's what I think. And I could talk to that, I mean, so here's my thought, if we wanna do something like we did this year, where we let Val, cause they wanted to do another one. So if we do something like that, and we already have one book, then to me, I would almost like right now to start making ideas and just get the thing booked. So we know going into, we don't even have to worry about it in the winter, we can work on food trucks, but then we just have our concert series set. And so,
Well, but before we do, Well, we need to check. Do it on civil salaries.
Correct.
They never know though. They're big.
They're
concert.
planning ahead, yeah.
They never know when it's gonna be because it depends on when they can get the artists.
Yeah,
So, I mean, they try to do it, it's usually always June or July.
mid-July, like the 17th.
Yeah, this year it was,
June, wasn't it?
no, it was July,
It's July, that's under July.
the 18th or 19th.
Yeah,
That's what he was saying, yeah.
Yeah, so,
and I think they have like a small concert in June, not like a small concert.
they did like the
Yeah, cause I was,
local legends was.
Yes,
That
yeah.
was August.
no, there was something.
No, yeah, they did local legends, and I
They
don't.
done a charity in June. With like, I forgot.
North Part Road again?
I think I don't know,
There was Stacy Stork, there was,
they done a, Craig Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Frank Morgan?
Well,
Like the
he
country
does,
singer?
well, they all do this church
Yes.
thing now. And they basically went there, and the other guy, I forgot his name, but they went there and pretty much preached for a little while, and then sung a few songs. It was all for charity.
Do you think like June 5th?
Yeah.
10th,
July 10th, and then we had
so July.
August already set.
July 12th, they did the local legends concert, because it's right here.
Yeah, but that, they don't usually do the big on, well, they do.
But they usually,
It's a
this July
Saturday.
12th was a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
That's why I said if we did July 10th,
And I don't know if they'll do that again, because they got people there, but it wasn't that huge.
No matter what they thought it would be.
Right.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the July one,
so I mean, if
or
we,
maybe the one was in June. No, it was July.
Yeah, that was like,
no, I honestly thought it was June, because I
It was June.
the second, like, it's not a 20. There's a Friday.
Yeah, because right here, there's no enough here in slot.
It was, well, the
They would wait a
second,
week for them.
20, on the Friday night, Saturday.
and sit on the bench.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He gets it
Okay.
up.
So, do we wanna ask Val if they want, so here's my thought. Does anyone have any suggestions for any bands?
Here's June. Palooza Music Series. Where's the days?
It was like this third weekend in June, I remember.
So yeah, it had to be June 28th.
Or was it the weekend before that?
It was June 28th because Thursday night they had some guy, and then
Yes,
this would have been
Yeah.
Friday night and Saturday night.
Yes.
So it was June 27th and June 28th.
So we're okay, it's probably,
Yeah.
we're gonna be okay.
The only big show I know this year that had a collective soul was on the Friday night.
Right.
and that was July.
That was July.
No, this was Collective Soul was on June
Was it
27th.
June? Oh, so it was June 27th.
Yeah.
That was a Friday night.
And then, yeah, the Local Legends was in July. And that's a Saturday.
So,
I don't know if they'll back to back it again,
Hmm.
because that didn't work out for them either. I think too many people didn't
I
do
think
both
the
of them.
first year was probably the best year.
So, yeah,
Oh, it was good.
okay, so do we have, I'll talk to them, I don't know if they're back there. But I'll see what she thinks if we want to go with the May thing again and just keep it up, because that's what we did this year.
we
She
did
opened
that,
up-
we did it in June. June.
Oh, June, sorry,
June 5th.
June, sorry. I put May for some- June, so if we do June for them, then we would just need the July one. And my thoughts are we can go either back or we can just get, now the people that were here, Wingman, they said they have contacts, so I can reach out to them to say, did anyone have this day open? But we could we can check Wallen Road again if we wanted, we could check Stacy Stork again, but we know, I mean, those are ones that have been around. And they do some of sellers also, which they've always pulled out.
So August 7th is Wingman, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, so we're thinking July 10th,
yes,
okay, June 5th, July 10th, and August 7th. And so do we agree we want to do a concert or a country one on the 10th?
it'd be nice to get something different.
Because we didn't do country this year.
What is the guys that were just at, are they country or what are they, the ones that were over at the opening of, Green,
Ducks.
actually, yeah, that's.
That's Jack and Beanstalk, and that was, the part of Brother, you remember Brother?
Oh,
They're
they're
part of
rock,
Brother.
yeah.
So
They're rock.
They're good, but,
They're like eighties rock.
Yeah,
which is kind of like what,
Yeah.
Wingman is not as much rock, but they do a lot of variation and they're,
Okay, can I just ask, did you think Wingman were loud?
no.
Who was the lady complaining on the Facebook thing that her dog didn't think it was good?
I have no idea.
For dog?
I have no
Maybe,
idea. Somebody Sparkman, Janet Sparkman, I don't know her. You know her?
That's
She said, it seemed like you had a good turnout, but my dogs weren't impressed. I was like, okay. But it wasn't loud. I thought we weren't loud.
It wasn't for
The wise guys were louder than that. Okay, well, okay, we'll look for a country then. I don't know, I don't know.
Stacy a little bit country, yeah.
She is.
She
is.
can sing all country if you want her to sing it.
You can play a little bit.
Wallen Road, if they had more of a country, they did more country.
I mean, you could actually have like Stacey open too, or one of you could say like, this is our big concert. We go, Stacey
Two,
band.
yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
I was gonna look on here and she's gonna send you.
They knew what I want to call the mid-range, which is what we went in, because their price was like,
They know the person.
I know,
Great.
it was great. Compared to what we paid for it twice. And Wallen Road is like that too. They were inexpensive. If you remember. Yeah, the only thing we had to do was pay for the sound guy. That was-
very good.
Yeah, no, that one was good. It was the other one that came after that. that was- Yeah, I don't know. So
Wallen Road, what do they play? Country?
They play country. Anybody know what Todd Harold plays? No. See, there's not many country
I don't
on
know a lot of the bands and.
anything with
Get out enough.
those dollars.
I know. They used, Brother was big when I was.
They were
Yeah.
big and
I was see them everywhere.
So yeah, so Jack and the Beans, right? Jack and the
Jack's Beanstalk is what it's called.
is, yeah, they was part of them.
Mm.
But they were doing Doc's Landing over there. The same night, there was
There was
three
three things going
concerts
on.
in town the night of our concert.
Yeah, what are the chances?
Sylvan, oh, no.
They come in. It doesn't start till 7:30, so we got time.
Okay.
Yeah, we're almost.
Yeah, we good. All right. So we'll keep working on the July 10th, make it, I'm just gonna put country there. I'll ask Val if she's okay with the June 5th. And then we will. Nothing new from Park, I assume, it says no. Waiting on already discussed location and traffic costs, okay? Nothing else at Gap. Oh, we will need to discuss, we're gonna put this in minutes this winter, we need to discuss what we said we would. If we're going to allow that to be done until next year,
Oh, for Gap.
yeah, so that does need to be put into that. So we got it, yeah.
And one other thing, I believe, my cousin told me, he told me, can you contact again? I can do something down there on the 4th. So. I don't know what he has planned, or anything, like, he didn't go into it a whole lot, so,
The actual 4th or
yeah, the fireworks.
So
So is it gonna complement what we're already doing?
That's. I don't know.
We're not doing it. Oh, yeah, the food truck.
Food trucks.
food
I
truck,
just
yeah,
don't
we
want.
do the food trucks.
We do
So
the
when
food
are the
truck.
fireworks this year?
The
Yeah,
fourth,
It's gonna be on.
25.
the actual,
You're talking about where the old, right here on the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point. Yeah, because Well, I'm leaving it. He said, and go contact with. About if it'd be okay if they did something down there. They would take their liability insurance from that.
Is he-
But I don't know what
What he's wanting to
he's
do.
going to do. I just don't want it to,
conflict with us.
Yeah. because we've done the food trucks the last
Well,
4 or 5
the
years.
other problem too is that it's, it's already gonna be an issue because they're gonna be doing that bridge. And
Oh,
And Front Street will be closed. They're gonna have to keep Silver Point open because people live there. But you're gonna have that alternating traffic pattern going on.
Yeah,
So it would be great if you contact me to find out if that's even a good idea.
is, oh, the bridge is gonna be out.
Yeah.
Make that one.
Supposed to be done this year, but.
so I just wanted.
That's good heads up though.
I didn't want it to.
Yeah.
When we start planning for this. They would. If they wanna work with us.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna do like a band or something down there, that would help us.
Yeah,
But I don't know, I don't know.
Come get a band.
Well-
Where are you gonna be?
There has to get a pretty big generator.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you wanna ask him about that or do you need to? And I think we should just have some discussion, because we're gonna start, I will start working on that for food trucks.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to them, see what he's got planned. He's gonna work out with everything else going on.
Here's the
Okay.
list according to, Noble County,
No, right.
Noble County between tech.
Oh, trucks that are available anytime, just that are currently in the Noble County Health Department. limits, of people. Okay,
So I didn't put on the agenda, but I talked to Scott about putting lights there at the Pavilion now. And they got pretty dark in September, but are we gonna need them? If we're not gonna do that.
during the summer, it's still, we either have to do that or like you said, do a light bar, we have to have something. on-
So what I gave you a copy of what he wants to put in there like that,
That
you know,
would be
break the half. The lights,
fine, that's fine.
so here's the sun, and then I have a light here and a light here, and maybe a light with the. 3 lights, well,
How like that,
No,
like that.
no,
With spotlights.
no,
no, it's like what you put on the corner of your house. With the
Like
light,
lights, or-
yeah, like a floodlight. Cause I don't want LED, they're too damn bright, they'll blind them. So if you look up what a EMT light is, it should tell you what it is. And then you would do 2, and then you would dimmer on it. So it's security lights without the photo cell, is what he's talking
It's, can you get that out to Zach or in regular dark?
no, well, the
Well-
problem we've had is because that pavilion, when they sit back in there with the band, if there's no lighting there, so it's hard, even about halfway through the concert. It's just, you can't see their faces, so it just gets too dark underneath there. So we need to have some lighting underneath there, just, because last, I thought we had lights, so we we're just gonna turn on the whole lights and just so you can see them. And no, we don't, so we have electric down there, we just don't have the lights.
I gave you that.
about. So that's kind of what he was thinking, but if you want something else, you're gonna have to tell him what you want. Cause he doesn't know. None of us know.
But even if we had something that we put up, because there are electric outlets.
Yeah.
If you could, yeah, I mean,
I guess you could, yeah, you could turn
Cause I was, here's your pavilion.
How many, we've got eight of them.
No, only
Yeah.
2 security lights. So here's the pavilion and here's your,
Right,
I think this is where the restrooms are up here.
yeah,
No, there's 3. There's 3.
three openings, there's 3 openings.
So we thought here, here, and you could aim like 1 light, these 2 lights to the back, and then these would be to the front, because most of the bands put the microphone up here, put the 2 guitars up here, and then if you have a drummer, they're back here. And if they don't have a drummer, you wouldn't have to turn the
We want to
light.
put one more maybe in the back then.
I don't know.
We could
I'm not-
possibly do that, and
This
you
is
could,
what
but
it's
then you would
meant to
cover the
do.
whole thing.
Yeah, sort of couple.
I'm just afraid it's gonna attract bugs and it's gonna be nothing but a huge mosquito infestation and they're gonna be eaten alive. She's my thought.
Well, I even thought even if you had something that we just put up
Do-
during the concerts, which could you
Any-
have plugins down there, so you could plug in a light bar.
Do any of the bands
Just-
have their own lights or no?
They just cost additional, but none of them have brought lights so far.
Yeah.
You know, when it's just more fun to.
Yeah, none of them have brought lights.
I have. Want a bar? Yeah. Kinda, I mean.
My son has some in the basement.
Yeah.
You can have you alone.
Yeah, so we just need to look
Yeah,
at
we
that.
have
for
to
next
see.
year. Cause it does get even that, and we even thought we might be smart to see if we can somehow have a roll down shade. Go behind the band, because when the sun gets its in the west, it is certain.
We get
point.
it up on top,
That's right.
on top of the pavilion.
For all of us sitting,
I know, no, but it was like.
That was a poorly placed pavilion. It's the other direction, but we're stuck with what we got.
Yeah. All right,
So
anything else?
we did think it didn't answer the question. You.
Do you want them
these
installed
lights or you
now?
want different lights? He was gonna do it this fall,
Oh,
so they're ready to go, or this winter.
I need to
No.
look a little bit. before-
Okay, we'll look into
Would
it.
you rather have like an 8-foot light,
Right, that's what I'm trying to see, so
you know
that,
what I mean, like going across the rafters?
Yeah.
I don't know.
that's
Is
what I,
that kind of what you're thinking?
I am thinking something that would be all the way, yeah, then you could dim it if you needed to and whatever. Yeah, I don't know, and if that to me wouldn't necessarily bring us in, I think floodlights are gonna pull in all of them.
Well, I don't know, do LED lights bring as many bugs as incandescent?
unless you can, unless if they're LEDs, you can, sometimes you can take, oh. They set the movie.
Yeah, you can if you get some.
But does that have any effect on the bug?
Like that, right?
Not in Indiana.
They're bugs, they're bugs. Definitely.
Well, I think we should let them know ahead of time. We're getting lights for next year.
Bring your bugs
Bring
in.
your bugs, bring your
Yeah, that
bugs.
Great. Oh, so now we have to tell them, bring.
That's.
Bugs spray.
I'm saying for the band, because I'm afraid there's
Just put a fan in there too.
Oh, yeah, a fan, keeps
Yeah.
the bugs off of them.
anything else.
Good thinking, Dustin. I will, yeah, just look into it, guys, if you can think of, just take a quick look when. Email each other real quick, so we can get this. I'm not sold on this spotlights, but if you guys are, I just would like to look into.
I don't know what strip lighting. I think we do that.
Look at Todd's garage inside there. He's got long strip light. They're LEDs, they're bright.
Yeah.
But
I've got some too. Yeah.
they're dimmable. But
Well, most of them, his are probably 110 too, Todd's are, so
they're,
never dimmable.
Yeah.
You just gotta get a switch.
Okay,
he's got, he replaced.
so why don't you check it out online and see what those are, and just email us all, so we can look at them. And if Dustin, if you
They're
have any
actually
suggestions
rel-
too?
Yeah, they're actually not that expensive. They're pretty, they're actually.
Are they gonna be? Easy to secure, or is this gonna be something that's gonna walk off? Or get busted? Cause here's a weatherproof LED strip light. 5 meters, which I never figured that out, you know, I was between the two, so I don't know how long that is, but
That's all it is.
for $55. 12 volt, 1 port.
Yes, you need, because most of them are just some first, you know, what I'm talking about, one thing.
Can you, are there some that you can get, you can screw though? Up to-
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And as far as breaking, I don't know how, unless you put a cage over them, I don't know how to put inside.
I don't think they're gonna be, I think it's gonna be not as easy as it was. The light bulbs, they got shattered all the time. It's throwing rocks
Yeah.
out and breaking, you're not gonna have that.
Well, the good thing is that I have a lot of rocks, they'd have to walk.
That's right.
Parking lot to there, through the
That's
rock.
right. All right, do we have anything else on the agenda? Bring up. Just for heads up for next time, I would like to talk about possibly, since we've had requests before, maybe during an early summer pickleball tournament. I think it would be fun to just see what we've been asked.
Good.
We could do one then and one in August.
Well, if we got court now,
Yeah,
then we could probably do it.
as an open.
Yeah.
And, yeah, then we do it sometime in the middle.
Yeah.
Wanna
Celebrate.
celebrate it, okay?
Memorial Weekend,
He, brought that back with me,
that's when they all come back to the
They
light.
do.
and he said he'll get with Todd tomorrow and get it in writing. I said, we want to make, we had paid it this fall, but we want to guarantee that the courts will be ready to use on May 1st.
Okay.
And then they'll, we'll have a wet spring like we had this year, and it'll be June before it gets dry. That's what's gonna happen.
We'll play a football tournament.
In June, yeah. I don't know, I just thought we've been asked for 2 years and we would do an extra one, so I just thought we were be doing it beginning of the summer. When it's part one. All right, my motion to,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
You guys have done a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
try. So many parks and so little money and so little time.
Please. Oh, that looks good. Can you send it out to the board? It'll be nice. It's really nice.